It's nice.
I love it. Hey guys, sorry we're a few minutes late. We're just chatting away. Didn't realize what the time was. So welcome to the afternoon session. So we do this 4 days a week, the afternoon session, Monday to Thursday, 1 till 3 p.m. We're live, we're breaking down trains. There's no scripts, there's nothing pre-prepared in that sense. We have a signal service that runs most of the day, training from very early in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And it runs till pretty late in the day. And so we break down those signals and trade with you. Here's my colleague Mateus. It's because of him that we're late. Kept talking.
How are you doing, guys? Another TP2 to start the session. It was amazing to finish that trading like that. And as I say to you always, book your profits and protect your capital. We had one break even. Worst entries was 20 pips negative, but then we had that TP2 straight away. That is the resilience in trading.
100%. Markets hovered around 4,700 all day. Hasn't really moved a lot away from it, but we only need 25, 30, 40 pips per trade. So in a way, it's an easy market to trade. There's not a lot of noise. And then we just follow through with our signal service, and that just works. And it works every day. So yeah, TP2 60 pips. Yeah. So everything's working, you know. It's just a case for you guys to plug in and follow the system. That's all you have to do. We've done all the heavy lifting for you, and even to the point where we walk you through all the trades and stuff that we've been doing. So we're really happy with what's going on. Our own trading has improved immensely since we started coming live with you guys. And so that comes from, I think, we discussed this before, the discipline of actually setting up a workstation for yourself and having a place to trade from, rather than just, being, I was going to use a word about it, probably it's very politically incorrect these days, so I won't use it. But rather than hopping from one place to another, I'm sure you know what the word is, right? So, but, we're absolutely loving this, absolutely smashing this in terms of where we are. Another lady that's smashing it is joining us right now. Cool one.
Hello.
Hi. Did you go for a walk?
No, I had to travel because I'm looking after the dog. Hence,
okay.
If you look, so he's gone to school. Not that he's teachable, but so it was nice to come in and it's calm, and then he'll come in at 4 o'clock from school and all hell breaks loose.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So I'm my day's a bit funny today, but it's a good day. I hit the stop loss or out at entry, and then I make some money, and then I hit the next stop loss, and because we just had a stop loss, didn't we?
Yeah,
I believe so.
It's all part of the experience, isn't it?
I think the thing is, though, you see, you've really kind of developed from when you came into this, and not that in 3 months, 4 months, it's the kind of personality that you are. What I really like is you don't get hung up about drawdowns, and if it happens, it happens, And I think the thing is that you're not going to win anything every day. It's simple.
No.
Yeah. No. It's impossible, right? So nobody's going to win nobody's going to win at the game of trading and be profitable every single day.
No, because in our ordinary everyday, we take a few steps forward, then we have to take half a step back, and then it's the same as anything else. So
it happens.
I'm quite happy with it. I make some, and then the system takes it back from me. Then I make a bit more, and then the system comes back and says, "Oh, I need that," and takes it back. So I think, well, okay, if that's the game you want to play today, we'll play cat and mouse today.
And you know what? And that happens. Sometimes I get myself into all sorts of. I don't these days. But in the past, I used to get myself into a real lot of trouble, make a lot of money, and then be stuck in drawdown. Then I think I have to give it back. And you think, well, you know what? Let's say I made 20% in a day, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I have to give 10% of it back, big deal. I've still got 10% left, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have any qualms about that. Today, the last 5 or 6 weeks have been tremendous. Very, very few losses, right?
Yeah.
Yes, occasionally it'll hit SL. When I say occasionally, I give my trades a little bit more wiggle room than you guys perhaps do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them do come back. Right?
Yeah, but the thing is, again, exactly like you've said, sometimes that works.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it doesn't. And then you end up losing more than you would have if you'd put so it's that balancing game.
What you've got is trading is here, right? And then you can trade between here and between here. It's up to you to work out what works for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's your trading style? As soon as you have your trading style.
Yeah.
Right. So interesting. Obviously, we have 3 hours and I had a 10 o'clock which needed to be moved. But then it's builders, this and Cam, what about this? What about this? Went downstairs, got a patient downstairs. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Trading, done. Right. Yeah. So trade done, 2.5%. Laptops over there on the side of the sofa.
Yeah.
There's no drama anymore.
No. And it's just finding your own way, isn't it? And that's another thing, is to walk away. I haven't managed to get to my 2% today because, like I say to you, every time I'm nearly just there, somebody comes round and I don't even see the hand and takes it back.
It's the market.
It is. I think it's a man. I think it's a woman when we're given. I think it's a man.
Yes, of course. I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure every man agrees with that. I've got a trader friend who we've worked with in the past and we may work in the future. And I look at his system. So he'll send me stuff. Like, take a look at this. It's been trading for this long, blah, blah, blah. And I get a lot of that, but this guy's a friend of mine. So, and there's a couple of trades that, lose money. He said, you know what? I actually build it into my system that every now and again we have a losing trade. I said, really? You can build that? He said, yeah. I said, what's that? He said, just a bit of gratitude, giving the market a little bit back. So Matthias, Ian's asking, do you give the trades more wiggle room, or wriggle room as you put it? I call it wiggle. Ian, it depends on the size of you. I'll go first, then Matthias, and then cool. Get what we all do because we're all different. I give the trades a little bit more wiggle room than is shown on the system. A, I use a very small lot size. B, I'm happy to stay in that trade for an hour or two if that's what it takes. And what that does is I'm perhaps trading a little bit slower than you guys, but I'm also doing this. And then remember, I can be trading till 10 o'clock at night, and I can be trading from 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning. So, it's horses for courses, whatever suits you. So, strictly speaking, you shouldn't. It's not, you're breaking your own rules, and especially if you're new. So, if you, and when I say new, I mean new to trading. So if you don't have a lot of experience, the best thing is to follow the script, right? It's a little bit like learning to drive. In order to pass your driving test, you have to drive a certain way. Nobody actually drives like that, right? So as soon as you get back, you're doing this, aren't you? When you're on your own, but when you're there, you're doing this. So it's that kind of stuff. Matthias wouldn't know because he hasn't bothered passing his driving test. He's got a chauffeur, full-time chauffeur, this man's got, right? If I ring him up, this great big limo thing comes and drops him off. Big white thing he's got, so he wouldn't know what driving is about. That's what I do. What do you do, Matthias?
I stick with my rules.
Prepare for a buy, guys. Prepare for a buy. Matthias will cover
that later.
I
talk later.
Yeah, let's take you through. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
So, yeah, Ian, it's the basic system. When I say basic system, where your trades are coming from is up 104, 105% this year. So he said he's looking at the new algo trading system. profits are up 24% since the 30th of April. So there's a happy man. Beautiful. Yeah.
That's
Or,
great.
or his account's up 24%. So how are we doing with it? So the price hasn't come through to me. Has it come through?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
No.
It's probably waiting for it to get into range. And again, we'll interrupt everything else as soon as that comes in. So Matthias, if I don't pick it up, then by all means. Like I was saying this morning, you have to develop a whole ecosystem, whether that's 1 account, 2 accounts, 5 accounts. Yeah, whether it's some algo trading and some trading yourself. Here we go. That's in now. The range is yeah, I'll put my screen on and then you can do that part, Matthias, where it's at.
Yeah, we have the range between 91.86, stop loss at 85. And we
Okay,
are
here we
in
go.
range now.
So I'm on the 1 hour there. So I'm just going to go to the minute, show you what's going on.
Risk-free at 46.89. As you can see, big spike. If you went on the bottom of the range, you can make like more than 30 pips already.
Yeah. So it's hitting back where it was here, where my mouse is pointed. Just hit that level there. So it may just bounce up from there, which is probably what the trader's thinking. So just watch the trade, we just manage it through.
As you can see, it's pushing through. You had time to book your profits. Move your stop loss to the risk-free point. And soon booking booking TP1.
Yeah.
Nearly reached TP1. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Matthias, okay? Hi, Tom.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Paul, you alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
It's a tough
Hi,
day.
Mr. Faz.
Are you okay?
We're great. How are you? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I've just had a few things on us,
Yeah, no problem. How's trading going?
It's going well. It hit the target last 6 days and daily target, great. It's just typical, isn't it? It's just one of them days today. Started early and a couple of trades didn't activate on the limit orders. I didn't enter manually, I waited and I didn't get in on the couple of TP3s this morning, but just wanted to push up. But you know what? I just look at it now as in like I'm up for the week already still, so I try and look at the week as a whole. We're in the past, I'd be trying to panic now, not trying to panic. I'd be trying to chase that daily goal. So
yes,
just trying to learn from mistakes, really. I thought
TP1, guys. You have taken the last one, Mark.
Yeah, I've got one layer in that. I'm on break even, about 10 pips out of what break even is. Yeah,
good.
I'm in at 90. But I'm not taking TP1, you see. It's just going slow, isn't it?
You have to, this market, you have to take the profit when it's there, because look, it's just whipped right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if the market, it hasn't really stirred at all today, just meandered.
Yeah.
And so let's see what happens. Well, we'll probably be off the air by then, but 3 o'clock it can start stirring. But you know what? If you made your percentage, or if it's a 1% day or a 0.5% day today, so be it, right?
Yeah, that's it. You know, I don't want to change things because the time that you do take that lot size on there is when you haven't got it left there and it shoots off, and you think, you know, if I'd just stuck to it, I've hit SLs and stuff doing that. So
Yeah, you do follow the rules very strictly, don't you now, Mark?
yeah, I've got to. Do you know what I mean? Because experimented a lot of different ways. You know, I've experimented with certain amount of layers, with certain lot sizes for different size account. You know, when putting an SL in. You know, yeah, just learned a lot with it. Yeah, I'm obsessed now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Prepare for a bite.
the time it's the most stressful is when you're holding on to trades and trying to get out of
Yeah.
drawdown.
There's your bite.
Have a new signal.
4690, 4693, 4697.
Those are the chippies.
Mm-hmm. Risk free.
4687. And TP1. As you can see, TP1 and come back to take everyone out. You really need to be fast and book your profits.
It's the name of the game is that.
Yeah. And 1:30 we will have news that could affect the market as well, but you don't care. You just keep your mechanical approach, and if we have signals, you can go for it.
Yeah.
There's a buy limit set up further down that it's probably still coming down for.
Yeah, what's the buy limit, Mark? What level is it at?
4684.
46?
4684 it is.
84. Well, it's at 87, so it's has it? Yeah, it hasn't quite picked that up on that last little wick down, but it's not far off.
That's not it. What I'm saying is it's on the last two trades it's pushed down twice. So I don't know if it's going towards that.
Yeah. It's really interesting, and I don't know whether you're part of this Mark thinking philosophy. So I ended up with an amazing day yesterday.
Yeah, and I started late as well.
Yeah, trading wise. So this morning I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have an easy day today. So I haven't really only taken a couple of 3 trades. And so, it's interesting, isn't it, that you can't have the same intensity every day.
No. I think it comes down to what your goal is and where you are at your goal, isn't it? With things like that. But I don't know. Just trying to be mechanical, so not, it says in like
you can only be mechanical because we really are creatures of emotion and
and in trading it says about when you're trying to pick what trades to enter and when you sort of enter it every time regardless of the outcome. The balance of probability. It's like it's like the casino. They don't pick what to go in, do they? They're in it all the time.
100%.
So it's understanding that, but not over trading at the same time. Really, I think following the strategy until you get where the goals where you need to be, and if it's a realistic target.
Yeah.
As you can see, we just wait for the next signal now.
But you get days like this where the institutional order flow just won't. It doesn't really follow
Yeah.
it. It doesn't abide by it. And yesterday it does, and it flies up, and that's where you see the beauty of the strategy with the runners and things coming into play then.
Yeah.
Which happens more often than TP1s. If you look at the results on a Friday, you very, very small percentage that just go to TP1. They're all TP2, TP3, and then you'll have like a handful of SL break-evens and the rest of them.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's what I've been keeping an eye on. I've been trying to track.
Good. That's lovely. That's lovely. Has everybody been stocked out on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It hit one, and then it stopped out on my other 2 layers.
Okay.
When he goes break even, Cole, take the other 2 layers out if they haven't activated.
Yes, I always do.
So say that again, Mark.
So if you've got all your 8 layers activated and it goes break even, obviously you close the worst and you keep your best. But
Yes.
if you've just got 1, and that's obviously your best entry in the market, you close the other ones below. Don't let it go past that and activate them once he goes break even.
Yeah. No. Okay. I think I did that, but it was going so fast.
Yeah.
And I've got one eye on the storm for some reason.
I did it anyway on that limit order. I didn't set the break even quick enough and it just shot through.
Yeah.
It happens, you know what I mean?
It was going really fast, wasn't it? That one.
It was. That's why I really need to I need to be in the zone with it. Well, I haven't been on here for a while before, so pop on, say hello.
Thank you. Thanks for saying hello.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, we saw that.
It's not activates them, man. Here it is. Activates the first layer on the limit order.
On the buy limit, you
Yeah.
yeah. As you can see, if you keep booking profits, you just wait for the next signal. And that is the key. And like Mark was saying to you, Kuwant, if you have more than 1 layer, you keep your best entry and you can close the rest.
Yeah, I do that, but I think what happened on that one, and it happens sometimes, it actually my worst layer hit TP1 and the best layers hadn't started.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it took so I was too slow. Well, I didn't think it would go back down. That's the risk, isn't it? Is it going to go take them and go back up, or is it going to go to stop loss? And it went to stop. That's
okay.
what happened. Yeah, no, it was actually the worst entry that it made my money on.
Well done.
It has rules of its own.
Matthias, mute me if that noise gets too bad.
Okay,
Yeah, and then they're banging and bashing again.
prepare to buy. That was fast. TP1.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was already
Yeah.
mine. When I got it, it was already 20 pips above.
TP1 again. Twice.
Sorry, Matthias.
TP1 twice.
Brilliant. Yeah, Ian, you're absolutely right. You're saying going for buys in a falling market is tough. It is tough, and the problem is that that's how, you know, he's still seeing this as a bullish market, but that clearly shows a different side to it. Look at that. So sometimes these days are really difficult to trade, but we're working on something that gives you an alternative. So in these kind of days, that you got something else to go with as well, as far as trading goes. So we'll be looking at that. We're just about ready to announce that with you, Ian, this week, certainly early next week. Just got to tidy things up. Problem is week runs away. It's Wednesday already. We have a meeting tonight, and then we'll talk to you more about it tomorrow.
Is that Ian who used to be on the call? He's on the live, is he?
Yes.
So you can't see who it is. You can't see who's on the live, can we? It's only you. I think only yourself can see that.
Yeah, he's on
we can see-
YouTube, so you won't be able to see him.
It just messages.
Oh, right. I was
can see the
wondering how it's
message.
going on because you haven't spoken to him for a few weeks, well, since the last call.
Yeah.
As you can see, TP1, I think so, 4 times. Three times for sure. But don't keep chasing it. If you took some profits, be grateful. And that's it. Go for the next one.
Go home.
Yeah. It's breaking now. And Ian was asking me about if I give some room for the stop loss.
Wiggle room,
I
yeah.
don't-
Do you give a bit more tolerance?
Tolerance, I'm not giving tolerance. I'm going to the stop loss and the risk free. But the way I'm doing, I'm moving stop loss to break even as soon as I'm in profit. That means I'm de-risking my account all the time. I'm protecting my account all the time. And then I don't bother too much with stop loss because then it's break even for me. And booking profits as well. The same way I'm telling you to do, I'm doing now by myself. And sometimes can be frustrated because you reach a lot of break even. But if you book your profits already, break even is nothing. It's just to tell you wait for the next signal. TP2.
You were in that call?
Yep, I was, and I'm out, and I did well.
Well
was
done, well done.
Before you came on, I think, Mark, I was saying, so I've been sort of dancing back and forth, a bit like the Irish and the Scottish dancing, because every time I'm in profit, then my risk-free there's been a couple of SLs, or we've had a couple of also, where it's hit TP1 and then it hits the stop.
If you're moving your SL until later on, like TP2, then it essentially is an SL. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the other thing is, we know that it can hit TP1, come back down, and then go back up. So, but today, it's more times than not, it's gone through to the SL. So even if I'd moved it after it hit the first TP1, but even today, we've had several TP1s. So if you'd have moved it to your break even, it has still taken me out. So
you just got to do the same thing every time and then look at it over an average.
Yes.
Because one day it could be amazing just going for that, but it's going to take a lot longer to make profit.
But also, even without even having to look over time, even if we look at yesterday, Monday, day before, Friday, Thursday, last week, it wasn't doing that as many times it has today.
No, and you're going to get some days like that,
Yeah.
They're normally the days that I get in trouble because I go off and do my own thing, and no, it's not happening.
No, keep disciplined, because you're always winning when you're disciplined.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the seventh day I might not hit it today, which is fine. I've hit it 6 days gone, so that's what we just got to keep in mind. Just want to go for.
Heads up, if you're looking now, if we come back to 76, we will be looking for a new entry. And we're nearly there. Soon will be a new signal. Patience.
Seven, 6.
You're still trying to push down.
Yeah.
Let me change the music.
It's all right, the music. It's fine.
Sometimes, yeah, it's because I'm having the hay fever tablets. Ah,
Hands in your equipment.
Are they changing the mood for the music you like?
yeah, it's for me to not sleep. I need to keep awake. Coffee. It's not coming on that area. It's spiking up again. Let's see the next signal. All the way to TP1 again. Hello, Ian. If you're still here, I hope so that clarification on the stop loss helps you. But as you can see, different strategies for everyone. Everyone will do differently. But if you stick with the basics and the normal rules, you'll be absolutely fine. And the rule is keep booking profits, moving stop loss to break even, and that's it.
Yeah. It's interesting. Mark, you've been trading with us for over a year now.
Yeah.
What have you learned? What's that journey been like? If newbies are coming in now, we've got a lot of new people coming in. What advice would you give them? Because obviously Ian's looking for guidance. What does Mateus do? What does Cam do? And then you kind of, you have to then think, which way do I want to be, right? So what advice would you give newbies now? What would you do over the next 3 months?
Follow the strategy and obviously decide on your own profit taking habits and things like that. But keep it in line with following the strategy, really. Because whenever I've not followed it is when you're not successful, basically. And yeah, it's a journey. It won't happen overnight either.
Yeah.
Is he in manually trading now? Is he? I know he's on the top.
Yeah, that's why he's trading with us.
Oh, nice.
He's got his algo, which he's made 24% on since the beginning of this month. So he's pleased with that.
Wow.
So we work inside his account and trade that. Different account to this one, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's it, Ian. It's the resilience, and you will find your way. And when you find it, keep doing the same thing over and over. Then you will have that mechanical approach that we're talking about. As you can see, the news is not moving the market a lot as well. That's why you
No,
don't
we didn't
need
think
to
it
be
would.
you don't need to be scared about news. If you're doing the right thing, if you have the mechanical approach, just press the button. And again, TP1 came back. But don't keep chasing. Just book one of those. It will be enough. Let's be patient and wait for that price then to come back. Or
Yeah, it's a frustrating market today.
it is, yeah, it's and it's still on the same range, guys. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Went to TP2 again. Of course, that trade is not valid because we got TP2 already. Don't keep chasing it. If you reach TP1,
Yeah.
TP2, be grateful, wait for the next signal.
Yeah.
And we never reached the 76 level as well. Was 77?
Yeah. It hasn't tapped 77 out though. It tapped 78 out.
Yeah.
I'm still in at 77.
And not trading is trading as well. We having the patience.
Well, not pressing the button sometimes harder than pressing the button, right?
It is, yeah.
About to say we're coming up to the hour mark. You haven't really done a lot in the last 1 hour. Let's have a look. So it's done 76.01. Well, I suppose it's still 250 pips. So a fair bit of movement for an hour. Doesn't feel like it when you look at the 1 minute.
Yeah, because we are on the bottom of that hour, isn't it? Now
Sorry?
playing. Because we are on the 1 minute. If we look on the 1 minute, we get stuck on the bottom of that hour
Yes.
for the last
Most of it.
most of it. Yeah, just came
Yeah, most
down
of the hour
and we
is-
stay there.
Yeah.
And as you can see, you need to have discipline as well. And here you can see exactly what is behind the trader mind. He told us that point 76, and we're waiting for that. And if it doesn't reach, if it doesn't meet the criteria, we don't go for it. It's just the patience.
Being British and all that, shall we talk about the weather till we get a...
Break the ice.
Yeah.
What is there to talk
Well,
about? Every time I look at the weather's
what's
different.
Yeah, the sun came out and now it's really cloudy. There were really bad couple of thunderstorms in the last hour,
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. I've got sunshine now. I can see the black storm clouds over there somewhere, which is probably over you. So 1 minute it's pelting it down with the rain, next minute, I tell
Yeah.
you something, I'm glad I'm in here, not having to go to work.
No,
No,
the
it's
weather is a proper springtime, isn't it? Weather.
It's a real British day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have all the stations on the year in one day.
Right, I've got to go, guys. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay. Mark is still there. There's not a lot of movements today.
No, it isn't. Yeah, it isn't. I think it'll
Yeah.
push up. It'll still push up today, though. It might just be later.
Yeah,
It will push up.
could be. Yeah.
It was very lively yesterday afternoon.
Hello, Adam.
Hi. How's it
How are
going?
you doing?
Good. I'm up.
That's good. That's I want to hear. Amazing. I don't know if you met Mark before.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, mate. You okay?
I'm good, thanks to you.
Yeah, good, mate.
I've seen you on some of these, but I've been spectating, not where I've not participated. So I have seen you around.
Oh, yeah. All right. You don't get to see who's on the live, you see, when you're on this.
That's right, yeah.
The market is just on the bottom there, and we're waiting for the next signal. Patiently.
Been ranging around that area for a little while, hasn't it? I took that last one and managed to squeeze some out.
It's good when it's ranging markets like that on the bottom. You can always re-enter, but it's danger. The game of re-enter the trade after you book profits is a little bit danger.
Yeah.
You need to try by yourself, but I don't recommend. I don't do on my accounts.
You never know how long it takes for that signal to go stale, you know?
Yeah,
You
that's
can
it.
re-enter.
And then we have, let's say we are buy now, and we have a huge drop, and then you hit your stop loss, you take the profits you get before. You don't want that.
No. Well, I should call it a day. I'm at 2.5% today, so I should just walk away.
Bye
That's
bye.
it.
See ya. Enjoy it.
But you know I'm not going to do that.
Are you taking TP1s, Adam, and like set TP1s, or are you taking partials?
I have taken 2 partials today for the very first time.
Nice.
So yeah, I had a bit of a runner earlier on in the morning that was up about 150 pips. So yeah, I split it in half and took partials, and then just let the other, what was left, run a little while. But generally, I'm going for TP1s or closing it before it gets to TP1 if I get a bit nervous.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mark Adams just started with us. It's his 3rd week, so ups and downs, as we all have.
No.
So I think Culwant's strategy for the first couple of months of just taking TP1s was simple, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best guidance that I'd give to anybody is come along, just take TP1s, whether that's a month, 2 months. My trading's really changed since I started looking at this as a long-term 3 to 5 year business plan rather than a 3-minute business plan. So not trading doesn't bother me. I'm quite happy.
That's CP3.
Not brilliant. Not having a particularly good day doesn't bother me because not every day is going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
So it's once you start looking at the time horizon of 2 to 3 years, I think everything changes for you. Problem is the whole world thinks everything's nanosecond and you're going to be a millionaire. Start trading at 10 o'clock and you'll be a millionaire by 3. If you start with £1 million, yeah, quite possibly, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it all
Could be easier.
with, doesn't it? You know, and having a
We've
plan.
been there, haven't we?
If you haven't got a plan, then you're just turning up every day and just trading. You need to have a plan of where you want to be at X amount of time.
100%.
I'd definitely do that. As in, I'd like set a thing of where you want to be in 3 months, 6.
Yeah.
You've traded before, haven't you? You say you've traded before?
Yeah, yes.
I have, yeah. I've traded a bunch of other things, options, futures,
Yeah.
crypto,
Nice.
all with limiting amounts of success and failure.
Yeah, that was a great entry, wasn't it? Came back
Yeah.
to and that's the key, isn't it? Is sometimes the market frustrates you. You hit a few SLs and you get frustrated and you walk away, and then an hour later you could have recovered all those SLs and made some money. So ebbs and flows, the football team that's winning or losing doesn't go in at half time and doesn't bother coming back out, right? So, and that's it, you've got to stay the course. So whatever you commit to, whether it's an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours, stay there. It's a fickle game, trading. Must be a lady, hey, cool one.
Definitely. Definitely. Yes. When she moves, she carries herself with aplomb, but she's just not in the mood. So she's just hanging around, lounging. Probably
So we
the
have a
weather.
buying hour now. Yeah. There's the green candle, so we have a buying hour. So this may engulf everything that it's sold for the last hour. And that's how it is. All of that money flowing around. Look at it.
Yeah, I have the same points now. I think so that will go up. We reach because was struggle to go down now at 76. Let's see. 1 hour, another hour is starting.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, that's hay fever for you.
I know that.
Yeah.
Then you need to decide if you want to have your eyes watering, sneeze all the time, or have the tablet.
Yeah. And then you sleep.
Then you feel drowsy all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a lovely profit if you're still in that.
Yeah.
When you've talked about making a plan, what are you
Who's that to,
referring
Adam?
to? Are you referring to like any Cam or Mark? Would you start off with, okay, I want to replace a salary and I'm aiming for X amount of profit per month, and then try and reverse engineer that? So, okay, if I want X amount of thousands a month, I need an account size of this, and my lot size will be this, my daily percentage would be this. Where would you start to give us some advice?
Always begin with the end in mind. So what do you want to achieve? So let's say you want £4,000 a month. £4,000 a month is easy. There's 20 trading days, so you need £200 a day. £200 a day on a £10,000 account is 2% a day. So you could start with that. That's, and say, right, I need a £10,000 account. The broker will give you a bonus, so you've got some more buffer there. So you could certainly aim for 2% a day on a £10,000 account and bag yourself 4K. And what I would do then is I'd do that for 3 months before I touched it and look at my figures, because at the end of the day, we're all individual. I'd look at 3 days, divide it by the number of trading days, work out how much I've made on an average day, and then set it about that. 4th or 5th or 6th month, maybe I'd start taking my 4K a month and leave the rest on the table. That's what I would do. What about you, Mark? What would you do?
Yeah, very similar. As you say, it depends on the individual and how much you trade and things like that. But I would always have the end in mind of saying this to Cull, and so you know where you're going to. Otherwise, you've just got an account and you're just aiming for, say, X amount of percent, and yeah, it will compound, but when you get a tough day, you might think, well, is this working and things like that, and start questioning yourself. So I think you've just got to have that big goal in mind and then work it back, and then see what you think, what your account size is, how often you can trade, and then just trade and see what you can make, and then sort of you'll get an idea.
Yeah. Okay. I need to do some sums.
Is think about the time you're willing to put as well. That is important.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Everything that Can said, Mark said, and you need to analyze, I'm willing to put 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. That will help as well.
Yeah, the time's not so much of an issue for me. I've got the time to put into this. It's just I guess what I'm getting frustrated with is the downtime in between signals. Just like feel like I'm waiting around. It's not always the case of saying, okay, I'll assign 8 till 10 and 1 till 3, because if not many signals come in those times, then feel like I'm waiting around.
The signals will come in from like 5 till like 3 o'clock, more or less continuously. I'd say there was like 30 or 35 signals yesterday. Like when we first started in March, we used to have some guy who used to give us 3 signals a day. 11 o'clock.
I was going to say that's really good, Mark. Adam, you don't know how spoiled you are until you talk to somebody and say, how many signals do you do? Well, sometimes we do 3, sometimes we do 4. A day? No, a week.
Yeah.
So the plus is here.
And the likelihood of you being available at that moment when those signals come out is,
no chance. Yeah, no chance.
In a haystack.
Yeah, you've got no chance. Yeah. And so we really are spoiled. And I think the thing is, Adam, and if you talk to Mark, you talk to me, you talk to Cull One, Mateus, sometimes our trading's done by the time we make that call at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? It's quiet time in the house generally. There's not a lot going on, there's no noise. So a lot of times, by the time we come here for the 8 o'clock call, I've done my trading.
Yeah.
So if you were going to allocate any time in the day, say, right, I'm going to trade 4 hours a day, I'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd trade from 5 till whatever time it is say London Open, or maybe I'd taken an hour. I'd trade till 9 o'clock in the morning. But then 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 4 hours. You'll be done most days. And then what I would do is I'd go about my business from 9 o'clock till say 1 o'clock, 12:30, and I'd come back for the New York session if I hadn't quite got my targets. But Mark and I have done a lot of work on this. So Mark, if you don't mind me sharing, do you, Mark, in terms of times and things?
No.
So yeah, Mark has some duties with his daughter, obviously drops her off at school, picks her up at school. And then, so we came up with this idea that he would work from say 5 o'clock in the morning, and he would then break for taking his daughter to school, and then trade till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So obviously he's got to have lunch and all the rest of the bits and bobs, but generally speaking, his trading window was from whatever time he started till 2 in the afternoon. So let's say his target, for instance, was, let's say 5% a day, because Mark's a very ambitious guy. So then he said, well, sometimes I hit 5% at 10 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I'm at 1% at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What do I do then? So I said, well, why don't we do this then? Either or, right? We either finish trading by the time you hit your target, right? In which case, Adam, if your target was 2.5%, you've hit it, goodbye, right? Or you finish at 2 o'clock, whichever comes first. Yeah. So you've got to start from some kind of system. And I guarantee you one thing, that first system that you start with will not be the system in 3 months' time. The system you have in 3 months' time won't be the system in 6 months' time. Perhaps if you've gone over it a year, right? So Mark, I know, has been trading with us for over a year now. Do you feel happy now, Mark, that you've got a system that you're happy with that's working for you?
Yeah. This year's been difficult, especially with a setback, and then obviously trying to do what I've done previously, rebuilding things, but then having the war and adapting to them conditions. So, I think every setback happens to make you learn something from it, or take something from it. But I definitely feel on track now. Got a plan and got to stick to it now. I know I know what I do when things go wrong, and I know how good things can be when you do things correct. And just about working on yourself all the time. And it's a never-ending game. It's mindset and discipline. It's not just I know how to trade. It's habits and where you are in your life, and
Well, it's self-employment, isn't it? You've got to decide. All of a sudden now you're in charge of designing your own day. And I think that's it. I think the only thing you've got to decide is that if you're making £50,000 a year doing, 40 hours a week, deciding to do £50,000 doing 10 hours a week isn't going to work. It may do in a year's time. And I think those are the kind of things that, or the account size is too small, or the lot size is too big, or whatever it is, just got to get that balance and it works out. I think I was talking to you about a friend of mine that makes, 10 grand a month, let's say, for instance. And he's like saying, Cam, I'm really content. I said, great, leave everything alone. Then it's like, yeah, but I want to make big changes. I said, okay then. 70% of the time you're making your £10,000 a month is you doing the work. How about not necessarily trying to get more money because you're happy with the money? How about getting systems in place where you only do 30% of the time? So it actually gives you more time. Would that be more attractive than having more money? But these are difficult questions to work out, because in employment, you have an employment contract, you have a number of hours, you have the number of hours that you need to go into work if you're doing hybrid. You have your holidays, you have your holiday pay, you have your sick pay, everything's done for you. Here you're setting up your own company and you're starting your own thing, and it's up to you all of a sudden. And we find it so difficult to do that, given the choice of running our own lives or somebody else running our lives. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I think I need to, if I'm honest with you, I don't want to be taking 15, 20 trades a day. The more I trade, the more I'm likely to throw a spanner in the works. I'd prefer to concentrate on a smaller number of trades with a larger lot size. I don't know whether that's the right.
Yeah, I was going to say
do,
the thing then you need is a larger account.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's yin and yang, isn't it?
You get what you put in, don't you? It's like anything.
Yeah,
like
100%.
you get what you put in.
There is no free lunch.
There's no quick fix or anything like that. If it was, then we wouldn't be on the call now. We would be done, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
If that's your thing, Adam, then you've just obviously then got to adapt your goal and make your goal where maybe mine and Cam's or Mateus or Cole's might be, that same goal might be within 3 years because we're putting more time in. You know, yours might be 5 to 6, if that's the case.
Yeah.
You want to do that amount of time less. You can't achieve the same by putting less hours in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such good. You can't cheat the system, can you? It is the rules of the rules, and then if you got this bit over there, we'll change a bit. We talked this morning about action and reaction. So, Mrs. Johal spent 3 years just learning the business, spending money, paying membership every single month, learning the system. Never made any money really to speak of. Lost it, made it. Lost it, made it. Now her trading's done in maybe an hour. Let's say 2 hours a day. And she's finished, and that's it. It's done. But the account size is there. That the price has been paid in full, and that's what I can't remember the exact quote now. When you get something, the price needs to be paid. Needs to be paid in full, and it needs to be paid before you derive the benefits from that. And the price is obviously the time, and then the investment and everything else that you have with it. So, but you'll get this. It's your first month. You'll get a balance of where you need to be, and then if it's more money you need to put in, I'm sure you'll do that, and spend a little bit less time. But the idea of putting in one big trade or two big trades and getting that is a very dangerous game to play at any level. You need the account size, and you probably need a smaller lot size in proportion to your account size to do that business in one or two trades.
Yeah. So what's Gerdish's strategy then? If she's got a larger account, she trades for an hour. I'm assuming she's only doing a couple of trades a day.
No, she doesn't trade for an hour. You're self-employed now, right? She doesn't care. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So she will be at her desk about 8 o'clock, and she likes to get done by about 10 o'clock. The other day, and it's a rare occurrence now, she's hit a stop loss. So she came away, had some time in the afternoon, sat at her desk for a couple of hours in the afternoon, got her to, so her target is 2% and above on a daily basis. And she'll do that, and she'll attempt to do that in a single trade. On a choppy market like today, she might take 2 trades. But that's, like I said, it's after 5 years of tens of thousands of investment in training and hours of reading everything. I want to silence myself now. You guys can talk. They're drilling away. But that's 5 years down the road, or 2 years, or 3 years. Like Mark said, you've then got to start thinking about, instead of a 2-year plan, it might be a 3-year plan to get you to your goal. It's trial and error, a lot of it, but you can't have it all at the beginning. I'm not saying that just to you. That's anybody. Yeah, you got to pay the price at some stage for everything. So
it's like what Matthew said. He says it a lot, doesn't he? Matthew says it a lot all the time, that you're not actually paying for this. You're paying with your time and whatever. Yeah, you might lose money along the way. That's the only way you're paying for it. If you wanted to go and train as a plumber or an electrician, you'd have to go and pay for a course, take time out of what you're doing now, like your job or how you're living now. You'd have to go and then buy the supplies, the tools, the van, and then you'd have to then be time saved before you start earning plumber and electrician day rates, wouldn't you? And you've got to put the same analogy on it. You know, I've been doing this and seen it progress, and you know, you feel like you're going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, and you've got to know what you want and where you're going, and just stick with it. But realize that it's not going to be overnight. You know, I first hit a 10k account and was like, oh, that's it. And you know, you make mistakes. And I'm not saying you'll lose it, but you know, you've got to just learn. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's like you go to university, you get in debt, don't you? You know, before you even start earning. You're earning on the job really with this. It's the way you get the psychology to it, you know, the way you look at it and how you talk to yourself about it. Well, that
Yeah,
helped anyway.
by the way, my bathroom guys are already invested with us in our algo trading system. He said, Cam, I can't believe it that you sit here and make money doing this whilst we're doing this. So, so I've actually worked out how long it's going to take me to earn the rebates and the commission to pay for my bathrooms and for them to be absolutely free. This is no different to anything else. It's another business. I just think that the thing I really like about it is the fact that you don't have to have employees, premises, marketing, sales, website, all the rest of the paraphernalia that you need. And as Mark said, investment in stuff, right? So, you know, if you're going to set up a website, now you know this better than anybody else, Adam. It's not the website, it's the marketing. You know, you set it up, and you know, it's all the marketing. I think when you first built my website, we paid. So what I paid you to build it, I paid 10 times that in the next 12 months to Google, for people to actually come and visit the thing, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's no secret to this. It's just a process of learning to trade, and you know, and look at that now. If you'd have set up if you moved your stop loss to break even, what would you have in that bag now? What was the signal at?
The signal on that one,
Yeah.
we went 46.78, 46.73, and TP3
73,
was
78. Yeah. 83, 93. That, you know, you could have easily bagged 150 pips on that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you'd be done trading for the day.
Yeah, if you take one full trade like that with the right lot size on your account,
You'd be
100,
done.
150 pips is a great profit.
Yeah.
That'll be over 4,700 by 3 o'clock.
It's pushing
Yeah.
again, isn't it? Yeah.
Yesterday,
Yeah. It's had the low point.
I started late yesterday and had a great day, and it was all happening in the afternoon, you know.
It did all happen yesterday afternoon, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, you know, playing catch up already, and it turned out great.
Yeah. Yeah. We smashed it last night. Then last night, as I was kind of winding down, the algo kicked in on my accounts and gave us about 6% mark
Yeah.
on top of everything else.
I spoke to Grant yesterday, and I asked him how he told him how he's getting on, and how's he getting on, and he said it hadn't done nothing for 2 days, and all of a sudden popped up. And it's like, wow, you know, good. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very pleased. Well, the thing is, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we're so used to activity. So
Yeah.
the hardest
Yeah.
thing is to do nothing. But until the criteria is met, it doesn't trade. And when the criteria is met, it trades and just smashes it.
Yeah, you know, it could be trading every day, but doing less, and where it could be giving you like the likes of yesterday. It could split that over 3 days and just do less, but it's not. It's just providing it, isn't it? When it sees it. So
It's a brilliant. Well, we've talked about it, Mark. So when, like, you know, when we first started, we used to really love selling. And so, you know, there are days when the market would drop 2,000-3,000 pips and you'd take it all, wouldn't you? Right?
Yeah.
Just keep bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden you've got a 10-12% day. So
that's what the algo does. When the criteria is met, it just goes in again, and again. So
Yeah.
I think it was about 12 or 13 trades last night in the space of an hour.
Nice stuff.
So yeah.
The thing with humans, though, when that works, a human instinct is to go back and do it, and you get a false sense of confidence, and then that's when you
That's just me and you, Mark. We
that's
just
when you
can't
get
stop.
it's going up, and then it rises like 4,000 to an all-time high, and then you're like,
And
that,
you give all the money back.
No,
when's it
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
come back
exactly.
down? It's
We
not
take
a good
it all
way.
and then we can't stop. And then we give it back all back.
That's not the way to do it, you know. That's rather have slow, consistent profit than doing that.
I think we're in the right game. That 1, 2, 3% a day is
Yeah.
absolutely invaluable. And the thing is, look, you can take £1,000, you can turn that into £100,000 at 2% a day. Well, it's actually 175,000, but I just say 100 grand. So you could pay yourself £50,000 at the end of the day and start your second year with a £50,000 account. The problem is, it's a bit like your weight, right? You know, you gain £1 a month, and it doesn't sound like a lot. But at the end of the year, you're a stone heavier. A human being, our brain can't cope with that. It only is designed for immediate things, right?
Yeah.
So what's immediately, I'm not going to get hit by a car, or this isn't going to happen, that's going to happen, or I'm hungry. It's that kind of stuff. It can't actually see a year or 2 years down the road. And that's what that gradual change is the bit that we're not very good at. And it's the same with compounding your money.
Yeah, well, I was about to say that's why you've got to work on yourself with this. It's not just about, you know, sitting down, taking the signal, expecting to make profit. You know, you've got to understand that, you know, when you do that by reading books and personal development and things. And, you know, you've recommended a few books that I've read, and I always, my go-to one is always The Compound Effect, you know. People get asked, you know, would you rather have a penny that doubles every day for 31 days, or would you rather have, you know, £1 million now? And people choose the £1 million now because you don't realise the concept of that, and it's only until you realise that around day 26, that's when the magic happens. And that's like any analogy, business, this, you know, you work out, like you've just said, with £1,000, work it out over time, and the magic starts happening, which, you know, within time. It doesn't happen straight away.
Yeah.
Well, you're at £20 a day when you first start, but it's 7 months down the road, you're at £1,000 a day.
So as long as you've got that plan in place, you know, you're not still taking that same amount and you compound.
Yeah, prepare for a buy. Yeah, that's all I think about now. I finally got it, right. Here we go.
Yeah.
So if you're in, you're in. If you know where you're at, if you're in the group, that's you're in. So that was in range straight away.
Yeah.
Risk-free.
Yeah, just move your stop loss to risk-free. Out of entry.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
mine.
You'll come back with another.
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah.
Out of entry. So difficult, this market today.
It is.
Yeah, he won't have major pips on his results today because it hasn't run. It really hasn't run today.
Prepare for a buy.
Prepare for a buy.
Right, my next contractor's here, guys, so I shall see you shortly.
Okay.
It's contractor day at my house. Well, it's been contractor month, I think, at my house. I'll speak to you shortly.
TP1.
That's tough after. He didn't get in there far too fast.
TP2.
So that took two of my last entries, the one where it went out. It took them out, but it didn't take out my worst entry because I hadn't put my risk loss to 87 yet.
Okay.
So he sent the next buy.
You just kept that one.
I entered, that went straight up to TP2 and it took out, in a good way, the blue, my first one, my worst entry from the first one as well.
Well
so
done.
they're
Well done.
both in blue. So
Nice.
sometimes that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I had 3 entries, and while I put the 87 risk, I changed the risk free to 87 on 2. It took them. It didn't give me time to do the third, so I watched it just for a minute. And
prepare for a buy.
We have the range. We are nearly on the bottom of the range and it's coming back. Let's see.
That one's hit stop loss. Got to have done.
Stop loss
Yeah.
for me as well. Yeah.
yep,
Just let's be resilient. I hope you're not the signal there. Oh, wow.
I can't remember another day like this.
No. That's true.
Yeah. So we're here now. So this could be support resistance. It could go straight through to 65, and then we had the wick down at 46.38. That was yesterday. So it could take it all the way down there before it starts reversing.
Have the range now. That's TP1. If you put the buy on prepare to buy, yeah.
So it's hit that again. Did that there, did it here. So let's see what happens. What our trader thinks. So Matthias, I'm trying to arrange another meeting as well as the one that we have tonight. You'll see that in one of our group.
Yeah, I just saw that now.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll accommodate those guys because we need to get going on that system as well.
Yeah.
That's what your stop losses are for. Doesn't matter how many you hit. I'm not going to take your account.
TP1 again. Nice push there, guys. If you enter on the bottom of the zone, you have already 70 pips. You know what you need to do.
You're so cruel, Matthias.
Especially today is dropping and we are on that by now. Yeah, I think so. It's a good approach.
Yeah, listen, you're always thinking and about the safety of our clients in terms of where they're at. Right.
Oh, GP2. You start to move the markets now, guys.
Yeah, she's woken up.
Yeah. Come on.
We're cooking with gas. And this is what Mark was saying, and Adam's frustration in terms of, what time do you allocate? I allocate the time that I need to allocate to make the return that I want to return and make. Yeah, because if I'm not making the returns, I'm not making the money. I can have all the time in the world. I've got no money to do anything with it. There's only so many walks you can go around your neighborhood, right? It's true though, isn't it? Right?
I hope you book some profits there on GP2, guys. Let me know in the comments. Or let me know you here. You book some profits or not.
I'm out at TP2.
Well done.
But that's good.
Well done.
And I had three layers in that one.
Good.
So
I've took TP2 break even and I'm holding for TP5.
Well done.
that means that over here in Twickenham, I'll be holding till you let us know that it reached TP5. You're holding it on your account, and I'll be watching it all night, thinking, "Has Mark made it? Has it made it?"
4710.
$47.10, not 57, isn't it?
There are days when you can get TP freaking 55, but I don't think today is that day. TP1 is enough.
Today we
Yeah.
struggle, yeah.
Yeah.
TP1, 2 is good.
Yeah. I think 2 is a bonus today, isn't it?
2 is like when you're reaching like TP4s today.
Mm. Okay. So when you came on, Adam, and you said I'm 2.5% up, should I call it a day?
Mhm.
Did you ask that? Yeah, there you go. That was great advice for yourself, wasn't it? Go and have an ice cream instead.
Yeah, I probably should have done that because at the minute I'm about 4% down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You gotta have you gotta have a plan in place. You just gotta have a plan, right? And the thing is, Mark and I and Matthias, we found this that we were just trading all the time. And wasn't that the case, Mark, when we first started?
Yeah.
Yeah. and we'd lose all the gains that we'd made.
Because you keep chasing for more and more and more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prepare to buy, guys. I can see the signals everywhere now. Okay, we look your number there, Khan. 4666.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're coming back to your number.
We're coming back to that
TP1
number.
is straight away. TP1. Come on, give another TP2 there. Yep. As you can see, guys, twice TP1 and it's dropping again. Still on the range, but just be careful. Make sure you have the stop loss.
We should be selling, not buying.
Well, we've thought that many times, Adam, and it's just come and stun us in the bottom.
One again, guys. I hope so. You booking profits now. 3 times TP1, and the pullback was nice to have another entry. But don't keep chasing it. Again, TP1. Come on, guys, tell me you booked at least something on TP1 today. On that one. Well done. Was very dangerous, that one, because the drop,
Kept, didn't it?
yeah. That was on the range.
Yeah. I've moved my stop loss to break even. See if it shoots up. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I think so. That is booking profits and moving stop loss to break even, and then you can go to
Yeah.
TP2, TP3 without any attachment on the trade,
Yeah, 100%.
and keep your best entry. If you have more layerings and went to TP1 and you are positive, just keep your best entry to TP2, TP3. Like Mark was telling about that on early on this session, about keep your best entry and go for it. Then you can go to TP5, TP4.
Look at that. 80 pips hit.
Yeah. Will be not always going to TP3, TP4, TP5 like the runners, but if you keep the habit of booking some profits and moving stop loss to break even, then you don't have attachment on that trade anymore. Then you can leave it as much as you want to leave.
TP2, isn't it?
TP2, yeah.
Yeah, I've just taken that at 60 pips. Thank you very much. And you know something, I would never, like now, I've just taken that. My stop loss was at break even. I could have moved it a little bit higher, 10 pips, so no, I couldn't lose any money. But a year ago, I would not have taken that. I would have just waited for it and like hoping and praying, and it's going to go up and up and up and up and up. I don't care now. 60 pips out of a trade, thanks very much, right?
Money is on your bank.
Sorry? Yeah, it's
The
in
money
my-
is on
it's
your
my
bank.
account. Yeah,
It's
it's
your
not,
account.
it's not imaginary money, right?
Yeah.
That's what's changed now. 140 pips, TP3.
And then you're scalping as well. You get that habit of taking the profits.
Yeah.
We are not like,
We're not fund managers, are we?
yeah, we don't need to keep trading for days and days. We don't have the, you need to have a huge capital in order to keep those runners for days and days and days. And then you don't care because,
But Mateus, you're not making any money. You're making like 3%. I met this guy as a swing trader. I said, what do you do? Well, I don't trade all the time. I don't made 3 to 4% a month. Really?
yeah,
Yeah. We do that in a day.
yeah.
I mean, great. If you've got a couple of million quid and, you know, 3 or 4% is like 30, 40,000 pounds. Fantastic, right?
Yeah, but if you don't have that million to trade, then it's better to get
Do the work.
percentages every day. Yeah, do
Mateus,
the
you gotta
work.
do the work.
Yeah, you cannot escape the work.
Yeah, close 2 layers, cover the SL, hold for 150 pips on 1 layer. Being guided, everything's there. Just need to follow the instructions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the layers are your entry points. If you're layering every 10 pips, every 20 pips, put another entry point. That is the meaning of the layerings. And it's adapted to the market. Some days you can leave all the layers to GP1, GP2, and some days you need to be mindful and keep closing. Then, like today, it was a very difficult day. You just keep protecting your capital. If you're doing more than one entry point, keep your best entry, close your worst entry, and it will be easy to protect your capital as well. What do you think, Mark? Are you talking about that on the beginning of the session?
Yeah, that's what Matthew teaches when you're like a beginner, isn't it? As soon as you go in blue, to close them, but keep your best entry. And then obviously more medium high risk is to let them all run. Obviously you make more money doing that, but potentially obviously you lose more when it's an SL. Because you're letting them all reverse rather than closing them.
Yeah, human nature is to close your best entry and keep your worst ones open, right? Well, that's
Yeah.
how we all started. We all did that, didn't we?
Yeah. We keep closing the trades too early and leave the losses too long.
Yeah. Every trader does that. Right, we're about to close the session for this afternoon. So those of you that joined us, thank you so much. Hope you had a good trading day. Sometimes it's difficult, but the money's there if you want it. Yeah. And so just going to read our traders' last statements, put a chart up. Another powerful display of why we never hesitate to enter the market. We're not scared of how fast a candle is moving, and we do not concern ourselves with emotion. Just because a candle looks bearish, when it meets this criteria, we enter always. So this is mechanical trading, right? And Mateus and I over the last few years have questioned this so many times, and so many times we've been proven wrong, right? And the system's proven, the system works. We just need to know and learn how to implement it for regular profits, right? The other thing we need to do is we need to have a business plan where when we meet the amount of profit that we need, we shut down and we go away. It doesn't mean you can't observe, doesn't mean you can't touch. If you want to learn more, but at the same time, don't give up all your profits. Because inevitably, I've done it. I've sat in this office, been 15% up, and then just carried on, and until I've lost it all. So be careful. This market will bite you. Says just before we go, thank you very much, cool one, Adam.
Thank you.
Mark, always a pleasure, guys. Any of you that want to join us, we'll be here 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's the last. So Thursday, that's the last day we do both sessions, and Friday we do one session. So take care, trade carefully, tread carefully, keep your profits. Don't give them back to the market. It says over to you. I've got some contractors, so I'm going to shoot now and get those done. Cheers. I think we only have a 7 o'clock tonight, don't we?
7 o'clock. Just 7.
I'll see you on the meeting. Bye now.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I hope
Thank
so.
you.
We
Bye. Bye.
can see some of you there.
Bye.